Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh. I will be your GM and host, Stella Luna. Welcome, everybody, to one of our Patreon Greyhawk campaigns. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Without them, all of the shit that I do anywhere wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much. I really appreciate the continued support. If you're interested in more information about what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check out the link in chat. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of our previous episodes for all of our campaigns, including this one, over there as well. And if you would like to interact with the game, there's a couple of ways you can do so. You can interact with chat, hang out, lurk, whatever you like, and you'll get points that you can redeem for a blessing or a reroll to the player of your choice. Or if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things. And you can make them cry, you can make them happy. There's a lot of things that are possible. You can use !fate in chat for more information about that. Before we jump into it, we're going to do a real quick recap of our players and their characters. And I'll do a recap of the story after that. Let's go ahead and start with Emma. Hi!
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I'm also writing a TTRPG called All the Witches. You can find information about us on Blue Sky at All the Witches or on Twitter at All the Witches _. Although we're not really doing much on Twitter anymore for obvious reasons. I play Arlen Ruvla. She uses she, her pronouns, and I use they, them pronouns. And Arlen is a cleric warlock who ran away from home and has been telling her parents stories of adventures as if they were her own and kind of lying about her experience. And she's kind of conned her way into being the captain of this ship and party, and nobody's really ever questioned it. And yeah, and here we are.
Excellent. Thank you so much. GeekDice, unfortunately, is not able to join us, but hopefully you'll catch him the next time we play. We are missing you and thinking about you. We'll pop on over to GodfatherWraith.
Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith V_ESG. You can just call me Wraith or Godfather Tim or pretty much anything you want except late for lunch. So
Wait,
that was a slight variation, wasn't
it? We can call you late for dinner now?
Or late for dinner, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Late for breakfast.
I panicked and literally just grabbed something. Oh boy, I've botched my intro 2 times in a row now.
Wow. Sorry, I'm kind of interrupted.
That wasn't your fault. Wow. Anyway, Stella just likes throwing me off, guys. In case you didn't notice. So I play Garen. Garen Frank Wern. He's a rogue, an assassin rogue, formerly a scout for the Kraken Royal Army. He was really good at it, but decided to retire because they promoted him and he decided that was a mistake. So now he's an adventurer and has linked up with this party. And he's not happy about the situation they're in right now.
Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Endicarus.
Hi there, I'm John, also known as Endicarus on the internet. And I play Pole of Ammonfort. He is a former street waif, and now he's a warlock of the with the patron of I can't remember his name right now. Heward, yes, the Greyhawk hero deity Heward. Which means that, like Heward, he is musical and non-violent. So he goes around hanging around with these very tough warriors and spellcasters, and really doesn't help them that much in the combat other than to stand there and get punched in the face. So expect to see a little bit more of that today. And, well, unless we don't fight. He's all about getting punched in the face, though. He deserves it.
I would like to argue that it's very helpful.
Yeah, anyhow. he also is he tries to come up with ideas to make the combat work out without having to kill everybody. And last session, it worked out pretty well for some stuff. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get more of the same. And yeah, if you're interested in stuff I do outside of this stream, I do a lot of other games. Right now, I'm prepping for the virtual Greyhawk Con, where I'll be running a game with mermaids set in the Greyhawk land of Zeef. And there's still spots at the table if you're interested in it. So tickets are a whole $5 for the whole weekend. It's a pretty good deal. So yeah, maybe I'll see you there.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'll pop on over to Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z. One of those names you like to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's what's your own discretion. Today I play Finn Carson, who is a range researcher who is trying to stop all of the undead here. Hopefully that we can stop all this nonsense. Don't know exactly what's going on in here, but we're just scouting around this area. Hopefully to report back soon, unless we stub our toe and get a bunch of people attacking us because we made noise. Who knows? It's all sorts of fun. If you follow me on Twitter, that's great. I know a lot of people are kind of going away from that. I've got a sky blue and all that. I don't have really much there yet until I get something situated, so that'll be there. I'm working on a whole spreadsheet of different works that I've done for video editing, audio editing, Twitch clipping, to sort of show my work, show what I can do, and that'll be on there. My only, I guess, a gripe with something like a Blue Sky is it doesn't really have a pin system. I would really like to be able to post it and pin it, so that's the first thing you see when anyone visits my Blue Sky. But that can probably be added in later. Not a big deal. So you'll be seeing that soon. If you do follow me on Twitter, there is a pinned tweet made by the lovely Lady May. That is my business card of said witch stuff that I do. If you know anyone who's interested in anyone who needs any editing or Twitch clipping or any of that nature, come find me. I am available to be hired. Also, it's not as visible with my camera being down, but I have this awesome shirt right here. And our friend Dungeon Dame, there we go. Our friend Dungeon Dame makes awesome shirts for all of your cool D&D players. I know that some are still being made right now. The Instagram I just posted in the chat there. Go visit, go follow. There's updates here and there on it. I know the second wave is coming out at some point soon. But for the wave that they do have now, they have Ranger, they have Fighter, a couple other ones. Yeah, it's good. Go support our friend.
Excellent, thank you. And thank you so much to GeekDice for the nat 20 for each player. So players, please make a note of that somewhere. And thank you so much, chat, for letting me know that things are kind of low. I am actually not wearing my headset that I normally do, so I can't audio balance really well. It's because I got my ear pierced, so I can't wear a headset for the next 6 months. Sob, I did this to myself. All right. Recap of what happened last time. Essentially, we are all on a recon mission here sent by the Council of Saltmarsh to investigate the Sahagin fortress. You were given a location and some bare minimum information by the lizard folk scouts that used to live here. And with that information, you have been sent to gather information of how many soldiers, what the force is like here, and just to essentially get a head count and then get out of there. We managed through a very scuffed episode where Roll20 wasn't working, and I had to hold up the book to tell y'all where you were going. We essentially managed to scout out the rest of the 3rd floor, and we are currently on the 2nd floor now. We went back up, and we approached what was something like a throne room. Oh, I'm missing the best part. Pole banished a whole 2-headed shark god avatar, and we just skipped that fight. That was really cool. That was very great. That was a very MVP moment. Well done. But now we pick up where we left off. We are in the middle of combat here, and I accidentally killed the turn order, so I need everyone to roll for initiative again. Please select your token and give me an initiative roll.
Turn order's gone. We just don't fight. Easy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means
Right.
everybody forgave each other and we're all good.
Okay. Well, just for fun then, can you give for no reason other than fun, please select your token and roll me some initiative. Let's see, the champions will also reroll their initiative, and there is one shark left. We have this moonbeam thing here. Okay. Just to kind of paint a picture of what has happened, Arlen, you had summoned a wall of water, essentially. You created this difficult terrain down this funnel of a hallway where the enemies have charged forward. You had all seen the large four-armed Sahagin encrusted in various jewels and finery, holding a massive trident, move off towards the northeast, and you heard an extremely loud boom, and it shook the entire area. Between that and you are two Sahagin champions, their weapons drawn. They are each carrying a spear, and this almost bullet-like shark creature in between them, currently engaged on Finn. Let me sort these. That is not... Okay. Very good.
Hooray.
The top of the turn order is going to be Arlen. Arlen, tell me when to stop. Schroeder, thank you so much for the card. And I get a nat 20. Thank you,
Schroeder. Why did you do that? Stop.
You drew the skull card. I'm gonna make this fight harder.
Schroeder, you jerk.
It was already hard.
It is your turn.
Do you remember where my moonbeam was? Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't in a wall.
Your what? Yes.
My moonbeam?
Yes, your moonbeam's right here.
Okay. Gotta... Moonbeam goes off on their turns, right?
I think so. Could you drop it in chat again?
Myself.
There we go. When a creature enters spell area for the first time, or it starts its turn there. Yes. So it's on their turn.
Okay. Got it. Do either orange or blue look particularly injured?
Yes, they both look injured. The blue-eyed champion here appears to be quite bloodied, whereas the orange-eyed champion here seems to be a little more sturdy.
Okay. Is that my spiritual weapon or somebody else's spiritual weapon? Or no, is that not a spiritual weapon?
No.
The yellow?
The yellow is
that's a
the
shark. Okay.
Yeah. The shell shark.
Sorry, everybody. Just
That's okay. It's been a while.
No, I think I'm just gonna keep it pretty simple, pretty light. I'm going to take a page from my girl Shadowheart's book and just Sacred Flame Mr. Blue there.
Okay.
So they need to make a saving throw, dexterity. DC is 15.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. They rolled a 9. They fail.
Iconic. That is 9 points of radiant damage.
All right. You said that's on the blue one?
Yeah.
Okay, 9 damage. A shrill cry comes out. You see water and bubbles gushing out of their jaw as they take this damage. What color is your Sacred Flame?
Purple.
Nice. And I do believe you have auras enabled right now.
I do. I've got my Twilight Sanctuary up. But I have the full max, so I'm not gonna replace that.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, can I get a perception check from everybody?
I would love to give you a perception check from everybody.
That's an 8 from Arlen, a 14 from Garen, a nat 20 into a 22 for Finn, and a 17 from Pole. All right, Arlen, unfortunately you don't hear this, but everyone else, you sense a commotion coming from the hall to your right, the hall that you're in. It sounds like perhaps a patrol is on its way towards you, rushing forward. Finn, it's your turn.
I think Finn will say out loud, that way Arlen knows too. Oh, I think he'll point. It'd be the where my character is looking. It'd be where that door is, right? The wall that way, or would it be the other way?
Yes, so it would be in
Yeah.
this direction.
That's what okay, yeah. So Finn will point to that direction and go, "Oh, I think there's gonna be someone coming to get us out that door. Be wary, everyone." And then he'll go and he will attack the yellow. What was it? What color was that one?
That
Not
is the
orange.
small shark-like creature. It's got these like metal plates that make its body.
Okay, so the shark creature. Okay, I
Yeah.
attacked the. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do.
It's definitely
Uh,
some kind of monster. It's more metal than it is actual beast, though.
I'm gonna do Heartbreaker, so I can do both that and the blue one.
Okay. Go ahead. So, which one do you want to hit first?
The shark.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
I'll use the Great Club.
Okay. The shell shark has an AC of 18. Your 15 will not hit, but you can activate your Hordebreaker to hit another creature if you want.
Okay, and I'll hit the blue one.
Okay, go ahead. For the champion, the AC is 16. Your 13 will not hit, unfortunately. You swing, dodges. You swing, the other one dodges. But you do have an extra attack. You can make one more attack.
And I was given one by Schroeder in the chat. I want to use my advantage on this roll.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try for blue again.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, 19 does hit. You do
Yes.
11 bludgeoning damage to the shell shark. There's a massive crunch as your club smacks down on the metal plates that make its body, and it snaps at the air violently. Anything else for you?
Awesome. No, I will stay right where I am.
Okay. It is now the champion's turn. The first one, the blue one, is currently locked in combat with Pole. It will attempt to hit you with its spear, Pole. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I believe your Blade Ward is active. It tries to hit you
Me too.
for 5.
All right. So I take half of that.
Okay. It does have 2 more attacks.
Okay.
An 8 and a 20.
20 hits.
Okay, it does 7 additional piercing damage. That damage is before your Blade Ward. As you see the spear just try to jab forward towards you.
Okay, so that takes away my temp hit points and one more regular hit point.
Okay.
Can I get more temp hit points? Does that happen on my turn?
I think
Emma?
that happens at the end of your turn.
Yeah, at the end of your turn. I
And
just
my
rolled
turn.
for Finn because I forgot.
Okay, that's 5 temporary hit points for Finn. The orange-eyed Sahagin champion is going to try to hit Finn. 1, 2, 3. Does
They
it...
take moonbeam damage first.
Ah, you're correct. How much damage do they take here?
So they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's a fail, so they take 2d10 radiant. 7.
7. Nice. Sorry, I have to move the moonbeam here. 7 damage. Okay. see this moonbeam searing down on them as they try to wheel around and hit you. They cry out. Does a 17 hit you, Finn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Why did I roll 4? Oh, I didn't roll 4 times. Okay. So you take 6 piercing damage as it hits you with a 22, and then you get another 7 piercing damage as it hits you with a 17. You manage to dodge one of these attacks as it stabs the spear forward.
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking too great now.
No.
No. And then you all hear, including Arlen, as it's made known to you, that there are others coming down the hall here. What's their speed? 10, 15, 25, 30. All right. 2 more Sahagin champions are rushing down towards you. Garen, it is your turn.
You're muted.
Okay, helps my unmute before I talk, right? So they are probably aware of Garen right now where he's at, or no?
Yes. The 2 that are approaching are.
Okay.
The 2 that are to the north definitely don't see you.
Okay. Well, the red and purple are the bigger threats, so Garen is going to attack red. And since he does not want to stay near here, he's not going to sacrifice. Oh, wait. How far away are they?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're about 35 feet from you.
Alright. Garen's going to risk it. He's going to sacrifice his movement to get steady aim for advantage for an attack on red.
Okay. Absolutely hits. 24. Their armor class is only 16.
Alright. And those are a lot of good rolls. Oh, got 1. I'm going to re-roll that 1.
Okay.
So 25.
25. A sizable hit as your arrow cuts through the air here and lands into the first Sahagin champion. They take it to the shoulder and you see them drop their shield. Anything
And
else?
then Garen shouts, "We need to fall back."
Oh, it is your turn.
Right. Well, Pole is going to keep his blade ward going. Swish, swish, swish go the blade wards. And then he's going to... Is this one here? What's that one?
This is the
That's
sea
the armored
lion.
That's the sea lion.
That's our friend.
The sea
We
lion
don't have-
belongs
right.
to Kish, yeah.
Good. All right. So Pole is going to try to maneuver this guy
Mm-hmm.
into here.
Okay. I'll say that this can be like an athletics, like you can try to shove them, bodily maneuver them that way.
Cool. I will use my natural 20 on that.
Okay, that is so smart, because I would have contested it. All right, tell me what this looks like as you shove this guy over here with your nat 20, which is your automatic success.
Mhm. Yeah, Pole's not very strong, but he gets leverage by grabbing onto the sea lion, who's much stronger, and kind of gives the sea lion the nod, and they together heave him all the way around, like a pendulum, taking that momentum and swinging him into the source of that scary damage.
Yeah, as he gets thrown into the moonbeam here, you hear a bodily thud as their back crashes against the corner of this wall here. They hiss at you.
And then Pole. Well, actually, Penny Sprinkle is going to go here.
Okay.
To keep them hemmed in.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
That is all.
It is the shell shark's turn. It will make a Constitution saving throw. 21 against the moonbeam.
Okay, they take half damage. So half of 11.
Okay, that's gonna be 5. Wow, it looks fucked up. It will try to attack Finn here with a chomp chomp. Finn, because you were so hurt, you can see that there is some kind of frenzy that is taking over this creature. It sniffs at the air and it's trying to go for your throat here. Unfortunately, it will have advantage on these 2 attacks. An 18 and a 17. I believe those hit.
I'm muted, sorry. Yep, both of them hit.
Okay. You take 23 damage here from the shark as it goes.
As someone who only had 7 hit points, I think I'm gonna nap now.
Oh, okay. You all see Finn fall to the ground here, collapsing. Did you include your
The temporary hit points I thought went away when I got hit the first time.
It refreshes at the end of your turn.
Right, it was the end of my turn, and then I got stabbed by something, didn't I? I was stabbed by something.
Yeah, you're right. The Sahagin.
And then,
the
the Sahagin, so then, yep.
Yeah, you're correct. Okay.
Even with the temporary hit points, it'd still be down.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you hit the ground here as the shark finishes its frenzied attack. It will move. Actually, no, it'll stay. It's going to try to eat Penny Sprinkles on its next turn. Arlen.
Excuse
How
me?
dare! How dare!
Okay.
Top of the turn order. You hear another loud boom coming from the northeast, the throne room, where you had seen that oversized Sahagin lord.
I am going to healing words at a first level to get my good friend Finn back up on his feet.
Okay.
So you gain 6 HP.
Finn, as you gain the 6 HP, you are on your back, you are prone, but you gasp with air as you come back to life.
That symbol looks like, oh, my back.
I know, that's me when I wake up in the morning.
Would you allow me to do a second bonus action in place of my action?
Yes. I
Okay.
feel like bonus actions are meant to be like minor compared to a regular action. So if you want to use a bonus action, pay for a bonus action with an action, that's fine. But the other way around wouldn't work.
Great. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon and as a 3rd level and put it there.
Okay. Bonk.
And I'm gonna hit Sharky Shark with it.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. You have to beat an 18. Oh,
No.
that's a 17.
Okay.
It whiffs. It's so close. It basically spanks the side of the shark.
Dang. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Finn, you have been given a blessing from Cardman. Thank you so much, Cardman.
Yes, thank you, Hardman.
Okay, if you want to stand up, it will eat up half of your movement.
That's fine. I'm not moving.
Okay.
I'm going to get up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at the shark, the animated shark. I'm gonna be like, "That's the kind of game you want to play? I can play that kind of game too." And he is going to then grab his great club and swing.
Okay. Tell me what this looks like.
I think that Finn is overly he's just, for whatever reason, he is just extra amount of energy from like getting up, and like he's like just happy to be alive, and he is just like, he takes all of that adrenaline and just puts it into his great club and whacks the shark. And then I don't know, I forget if it's like a metal or animatronic or what it is, but I'll just say that I crack it, and then it kind of like does the thing that a mechanical thing that gets injured does, goes and then just like falls and crumbles down.
Yeah. It begins to jerk around on the floor here. You can use their Horde Breaker if you want. On the orange.
Can I reach it from the corner I'm at?
Yeah, the orange one you can.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because the thing. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I get it. All right. Yeah. Sure. Let's do that. Let's use Horde Breaker on the thing.
A 22 will hit. Wow, very good. You do 5 bludgeoning damage as you wheel around and you smack the side of the Sahagin champion. They growl at you.
And as they growl, I will once again smack him in the face.
Okay. Yep.
This time I will use my blessing though.
Okay.
That card gave me just to see if we can make 3 giant hits.
All right, let's go. Oh, that's gonna be a 10. Unfortunately, you whiff, and you smack your great club against the side of the wall instead as the dodge is out of the way.
I'll attribute to the adrenaline probably starting to kick out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Anything else for your turn?
I believe that'll be it. Thank you, Arlen.
Okay. It is the Sahagin champion's turn now. The one that has been wheeled around into the moonbeam here will roll a Constitution saving throw for the moonbeam. Rolls a 17.
For me?
For the moonbeam.
Oh, 17 hits, or passes, but they'll still take half damage.
Okay.
Half of 13.
Half of 13 will be 6. And then I'll just go ahead and roll the orange one now, too. Oh, that's 2 nat 20s. Oh, that saves.
Half of 11.
Okay, so that's going to be 5. Okay. As they take the moonbeam damage, you can see that the blue-eyed Sahagin champion here is extremely messed up. And they will actually disengage. So you see them beginning to lower themselves to the ground, and they slither here. So this is going to be 10, 20, 30. That's as far as they can go. They begin to retreat, moving through this difficult terrain of water that is gushing and moving in these strange patterns here. The orange-eyed Sahagin is going to try to attack Finn here. 1, 2, 3. They miss with all 3 attacks here.
Haha, 6-9.
You begin to hear them shouting out, and the Sahagin champions that have just arrived are shouting as well. You see the one that was hit by Garen, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, rushes forward towards Garen and will try to hit you with a multi-attack. 1, 2, 3. Does a 17 hit you, Garen? You're muted.
Nope, 17 does hit.
Okay, so you take 8 piercing damage with the 17. It rolls a 22. You take an additional 9 piercing damage. The last one misses with a 6. 2 stabs, and you manage to deftly dodge out of the direction of 1. you see that the purple-eyed Sahagin actually begins to run back the way it came. 5, 10, 15, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. That is their turn. Garen, it is your turn now.
Alrighty.
It is very clear to you from their raised voices that they are about to sound an alarm of some kind.
Yep. Yeah. So Garen is going to shout again. We need to fall back. We are getting overwhelmed. And then he's going to use cunning action to disengage. And then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then actually take a shot at Orange here to help
Okay.
Finn try to clear him out.
$25 absolutely hits.
Alright, I'm going to reroll one of those ones.
Okay.
Uh, 19 damage on Orange.
Oh, jeez. Okay. As they take this arrow, you can see that they are bleeding profusely. There's a number of bruises on them. They're burned in various places from the moonbeam. They look like they cannot take a hit like that.
And that's Garen's turn.
Okay. Hole, it is your turn.
All right. Well, Penny's gonna move, going to disengage,
Mm-hmm.
and fly over to here.
Okay.
Pole is not. He's gonna stay in until he's sure that Finn gets away safe. So he's gonna step up there and cast another Blade Ward.
Okay. Sounds good. The shell shark is dead. Arlen, at the top of the turn order, you can see that Quick and Kish and the sea lion are beginning to retreat here. KayBee as well. What would you like to do?
All right, everyone, let's get out. I will do
Baby shark.
baby shark do. For one, I'll have my spiritual weapon move here and just attack Orange.
Okay. Armor class is 16.
Oh my gosh. Again.
That is a 15.
Okay. After that, let's do. You said there was one going to ring an alarm, right?
Yes. With your dark vision, you'd be able to see that they're about that far away.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do to get them to not do that? No. Okay. I'll do Sacred Flame on Orange, so they need to make a dex check.
Okay.
Or is dex saving throw?
They roll a 15.
15 passes, so I do no damage.
Okay.
And Yeah, I'm gonna stay to help make sure Finn and everybody gets out, so that people stay in my aura.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Very good. Finn, it's your turn. You can see that a number of your companions are beginning to back up and try to escape.
Finn is gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna stay and run away. And so he's gonna also try and run away.
Okay. You are in attack of opportunity range of orange, so you could either try to attack it and kill it, or you can use disengage, which will eat up your attack action, and essentially things can't hit you.
I'll disengage.
Okay. You disengage, and you can move up to 30 feet wherever you want.
I'll go by where our buddy is over here.
Okay. You dodge deftly out of the way as you maneuver over towards Quick. I think
Yep, I'm
that's
by
all you got.
Yep.
Okay. It is the Sahagin champion's turn here. This guy starts in the moonbeam, does a constitution save 18. Takes 1 damage. We'll move forward and try to hit Pole here. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I rolled a 7 and an 8.
Ow.
A 19. Okay, you
That'll
take
do.
9 piercing damage.
All right, so I take 4,
Mhm.
which goes off of temps.
I like to imagine as it tries to stab forward, we literally see the blade of the spear just ping, ping, pinging off of your blade ward. Your literal blade ward. Hee hee. That'll be its turn. And then the red one here is going to actually try to come help. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's not 20.
Wow.
Oh,
Does a 15 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that's 9 piercing damage plus 9 piercing damage plus 4 piercing damage.
So 4, 4, and 2, so a total of 10.
Yep.
That goes into some real hit points.
Yeah, almost perhaps catching you by surprise as it flanks you. It manages to get the weapon in past the blade ward, mitigated quite a bit from your magic, but it still stings true. One down the hallway disappears around the corner. You can hear some disembodied shouting. You're quite certain now that you aren't going to be alone here for very long.
right.
Garen, it is your turn.
All right. Garen is going to take one last shot at orange.
Okay. 12 is a miss.
What was it? Do I have any blessings?
Got your nat 20.
You do have a nat 20.
All right. Yeah, I'll use that.
Okay.
So
So go ahead and roll an attack roll, and we can. Do you want to double it, or do you want to roll twice?
I'll double it.
Okay.
Especially when I roll well.
Okay, so that's going to be
Oh,
such overkill. Oh my
I
god.
know. That's why I didn't want to use that 20 here.
28. That's
I,
48 damage.
I can still do more.
It only has 13 hit points.
It's dead.
It's super dead.
Garen gets his characteristic eye shot on this one.
Heck yeah.
Squish, falls over, dead.
And then repeats himself one more time. Fall back. And then 2, 3. perfect to the end of Erlin's aura. And that's his turn.
Okay. Hole, it is your turn. I will say, for the sake of brevity here, with the way that it's laying out, if you want to just disengage on your turn and everyone just starts running, you all go before the Sahagin champion is able to catch up to y'all. So if the intention of the group is to all fall back, you can start doing that now.
I believe so.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull us out of combat here. As the group of you begin sprinting down the hall, you begin to disengage from the Sahagin. You can hear shouting. You can hear the scraping of armor and weapons as they are all trying to figure out what's going on. There's confused voices, and another earthly boom echoes throughout the lair. As you round about a corner and you are trying to make your way out of this area here, you are met with a couple of options. You can try to escape. You can try to go up to the first floor. You can try to go back down. What is the intention of the group here? There's a
We
moment.
were just here to scout, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Our mission is done. It's over. We have all the information we're going to get. We need to leave.
I agree.
Okay. I will need someone to lead the way and do a survival check to see if y'all can maneuver the labyrinthine halls of the fortress.
Garen volunteers.
Okay. That's 20 survival. Very good.
Well, it was average. Garen.
Okay. Okay. Garen, you're leading the way. Which way do you want to go? You remember from before you decided to enter the lair, you know that there's at least 3 entrances here. You can go back to the
Right.
direction that you came from, which will take you out of the cave and further down into the lair. Or do you want to seek out the exit here on this layer? Or do you want to try to go up to the surface?
Well, Garen is conflicted because the most expedient route is the nearest exit, but he doesn't know where that is.
Mhm.
But going back down means they could encounter more enemies. I'm going to say Garen would actually look for advice from the party before making this choice.
Okay, yeah. You have a moment here to speak.
I think we go out the same way we came in.
Okay. Garen will lead as fast as he can without losing the party,
Okay?
because Garen could outdistance them in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for real. So you all begin to make your way back down to the lower floor of the Sahagin lair. You manage to find the cells, the various prison and enclosure area that you first found Kish and the sea lion that Tully had left to go back to the boat. And you managed to get there without alerting anybody. You can definitely tell from distant sounds that the entire fortress by now is on alert. So you have made good time by making it here now, as you have done. You carefully pick through the rocks and you enter the cavernous tunnels that led you to this place to begin with. Water is pooling up to your knees here as you wade through the darkness. And before long, the group of you are met with darkness outside, fresh air for the first time in hours since you've entered the lair itself.
Feels like a month.
Feels like a few months even.
You can see as you begin to maneuver through the trail, heading back to where you had left and hidden your rowboat, that Tully is there with that guy.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, hold on.
I think I recorded it, but
Oh, it's
Oh,
been a
Tully,
while.
check this out.
Borges.
yes.
I'm gonna pull out the talking lobster.
Oh yeah, shit. What's the
Say something to
lobster's
Tully.
name?
It's my mate Tully.
Oh, hold on.
Damn it! What was the? Hold on, I look this up. Was the lobster on this
Garen?
layer? Huh?
Shern, I think.
Shern. That sounds right. Shern. Yeah. The lobster says nothing. The lobster kind of wiggles its eyes around.
Don't mess with me, Sean. It's my friend Tully. He's a good guy. You can talk to him.
You hear Shern whisper, "I'm shy."
Yeah, well, I've made an introduction. Tell him your name, and he'll tell you his name, and then you'll be friends. You don't have to be shy no more.
There are bubbles that foam out from the mandibles of this lobster that sound kind of like Shern. And Tully's like, "Yeah, nice to meet ya. Well, I was about to light a fire, but I started
That would be
hearing
ill-advised.
noises. What happened?"
Yeah.
What has happened?
Yes. Let's get back to the boat quickly.
Right now?
I would
Yep, we
prefer
need
it.
to hurry.
I don't think all of us are going to fit in the boat.
I'll swim.
Oh. You see Kish also nods and says, "My sea lion and I can also swim." In Triton.
Shotgun.
All right. Then Garen will make certain everybody else can get on
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with
if need be.
with
He
a few
can
people
stay hidden.
volunteering
Yeah.
to back out. That's totally fine. You begin to push the boat out towards the water to make your way back towards the sea lily. Who's rowing?
Pole will happily row.
Yeah. I believe that was Paul that brought us here in the first place, too.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check. What is everyone like as you're in the boat? What is your disposition? What's your mood?
Finn is trying to get as comfortable as he can, but looks visibly hurt.
Pole is
Garen.
struggling with his athletics.
Paul rolls a 5.
Oh, no.
Need help.
You rest, Finn. I'll help him. Garen.
I love
comes
the
over and helps.
idea that Finn
I have
offers to
advantage on it.
help. That gives Paul advantage, but it's also still a 5 here. Wait, and stars
yeah.
only helps. Yeah,
That's right.
but this is kind of funny.
Yeah, so Garen would come over and help row.
Okay. Very good. With your combined efforts, you begin to row no problem.
And
So-
even while helping, Garen is kind of distant and barely even there.
Arlen, as you're in the water is very cold tonight, but it doesn't bother you that much. You're used to
Love it.
I need a perception check from you.
I would love to give you a perception check.
$19. You can see in the distance, underneath the water, that some Sahagin are beginning to mobilize. They don't seem to notice your group yet, and they aren't headed in your direction. But it's quite clear that the fortress is in full alert.
Got it.
After about 45 minutes, The group of you approach the sea lily. One of your scouts spots the group of you as you're beginning to approach, and a rope ladder is extended down the side of your ship. You all begin to clamber your way up. The sea lion will have to stay in the water, unfortunately.
Right.
And also, we have a dire seal, I think.
Oh yeah.
That's also in the water. But the rest of you manage to make your way up. And as you do, Imloth is there to greet you. Well, there are quite a few people here that I wasn't expecting. Who are our friends?
Well, and Arlen kind of turns to everybody. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Yes, that's actually perfect. We have a Locatha who is a squat, almost eel-like person. I think I have art.
Yes, art.
Art is helpful. Okay. There's an individual here that looks like a fish person. They are quite squat and stout in frame, and you can see that they have this sort of viscous, filmy texture to their skin. They look up at you and they say, "My name is Borges. I was one of the prisoners that was released from Mr. Hagen. I was out hunting with my sea lion." Oh, the sea lion. He doesn't mention the sea lion. He just mentions hunting, and his eyes begin to well with emotion. And beside him is Kish, the Triton that you also rescued. He gestures down to the water and says that the sea lion is his companion. I also was captured. I was a scout, meaning to scour the area to get information. I will have to report back to my people whenever I can. This is quite alarming. This area is not safe. So, Borges, sea lion, and Kish.
I'll hold up the lobster.
And who might this be? Is this dinner?
No, shh, no.
Oh,
This is my friend Shern.
bubbles begin to gush out of Shern. Oh, my apologies. Of course. Don't worry. So long as you are on our ship as the first mate, you have my word that you will be safe. Tully looks up and licks his lips. Yeah.
Nice.
Paul gives Tully the stink eye. Points at him.
What? He begins to scratch his belly. I'm hungry. And he goes towards the mess hall.
All right, well, we need to get moving back to Saltmarsh.
Is that so? Did you run into any trouble? She turns around and Imloth begins to gesture to the various crew members. Set sail for Saltmarsh.
I look at Finn, clearly beat up, and then back to Imloth. No, everything's fine. We just
Doing great. We're doing.
we need to get going back to report everything that we saw.
Imloth kind of folds, hands behind their back, leans in. Oh, that's blood. I thought that was perhaps some kind of... Oh, you should get this
Nope,
looked at,
it's-
Master
it's
Finn.
blood. I will try. Yes.
Do you...
It's As he rubs a gnarly mark on his neck from the shark biting his neck.
Would you like medical attention? I'm sure one of the crewmates could help you.
When we can, yes.
That's wise. We should get you looked at, Finn.
Yep.
And Garen would help Finn go below decks.
Okay. You get set up in the mess hall, and you find that Agni, your quartermaster, comes pretty
Is
swiftly.
there anything that man can't do?
Agni
kind of a
can't hold a
badass.
very good conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
The man's a
Oh.
flippin' badass. He knows a
I'll-
lot of shit.
I'll take it. It's
He's
fine.
a monk. He's very
Valid.
good with his hands. He begins to tend to your injuries, and he has a very soft touch. You can tell that Agni is a skilled healer and has spent quite a bit of time taking care of people. His bedside manner is impeccable. It barely stings, it barely hurts as he begins to go about cleaning your wounds. He doesn't have much conversation as he's doing this. It takes about 30 minutes to clean all your wounds, stitch them back up. All the while, Tully is sitting next to you, loudly munching on bread. And being like, "So what happened then? You mentioned
Well-
a two-headed shark."
Yep. And I knocked both its brains out.
Oh. Wow.
Well, whatever brains are. I mean, it was mechanical, so whatever you'd consider the brain.
Oh.
I don't think that was mechanical.
No,
That
Whatever.
was a
I-
living
We're
thing.
mixing up stories here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way, I beat its brains out. Whatever brains it had, it's out.
Mm-mm. Makes sense. Pretty good with that great club.
Mm-hmm.
My cat's
I've had it
just...
for years.
I thought it was a
sitting-
three-headed shark, actually.
What? 3?
Paul's gonna make up more
Oh.
crazier stories.
You see Tully's wide eyes get even wider as he's watching, slack-jawed, some bread rolling out of his mouth.
And it shot lightning out of his mouth, just like that bread that falls out of yours when we're talking.
What? He tries to catch the bread. He picks it up off the floor and puts it back in his mouth.
That was a pretty remarkable shock, yeah.
You can all feel the ship beginning to move. You can hear the sound of the crewmates beginning to go about setting sail.
Okay. And then, well, I guess when Finn's done getting stitched up and he's given the okay to move, he'll probably still move a little slowly. I mean, he still is a little tired from everything. I do think that Finn probably would be a little hungry at this point, so he would also go and find maybe some kind of food. And then see what else, if anyone else wants to join him in the hall for food. He's more than welcome to join. And then, yeah.
As it's pretty clear that you're looking for food, Tully takes some bread out of his mouth and just offers it to you.
ABC bread.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. Could I get a little bit of the bread that you haven't chewed on yet?
Oh, yeah, of course. He puts it back in his mouth and gives you dry bread.
All right, thank you. And he'll start munching on that too.
As the ship around you begins to bustle around, Imloth approaches you, Arlen, and says, "What happened exactly?"
Well, we were sneaking around, finding a number of different worrying things within their camp and handling them. And then we happened across their leader or one of their leaders and got into a large fight. And more started joining in. And so we got out of there. And now we are here.
I see. Well, I'm glad that the group of you have made it out in one piece. Perhaps
Aye.
you might want to try to convince our newcomers to join us all the way to Saltmarsh. as we do have representatives of the Lokatha people and the Merfolk and Triton people in Saltmarsh presently. Ambassadors, if you will.
No lobster ambassador, though, right? Now we have one.
I'm quite certain that we do not have one of those, yes.
We might want to be careful of that one. Just make sure it stays away from Hannah and the tavern, and it'll be fine.
As Arlen says that, Shern looks up at you, Paul, and says, I love taverns.
Oh, me too. Me and Tully know all the best ones. Well, there's only 2. But they're good.
Oh. Bubble, bubble, bubble.
I'll talk to our new friends and let them know of the situation.
All right. It's going to be a few hours before we make it to the lighthouse. Should we stop there, or would you like us to go straight to Saltmarsh?
I say
Does
straight to
anyone-
Saltmarsh.
Does anyone have the capability of messaging telepathically?
I could ask around. I do not believe that any of our crewmates are magically inclined in such a way.
I
Check
think
KB's spells. Ugh.
if possible,
Ella.
Oh, yes, you have Ella.
Yep, Ella.
I think if possible, it would be good to let the lightkeeper know that the Sahuagin started to mobilize, just so that they can keep their eyes out in case any scouts or anyone are sent our way. But other than that, yes, we should keep moving to Saltmarsh.
Very well, Captain. We can certainly do so. Anything that I can get you?
We can discuss that a little later, a little alone, privately.
Oh, of course. Captain. She dips her head and begins to walk away. She begins to ask around, and as they speak to the various crew members, Garen, you can overhear that Imloth is asking them if anyone knows how to cast any sending spells or message spells, and seems to be unsuccessful thus far.
Garen's gonna head to Ella's chambers, or Ella's quarters.
Okay.
Mm,
You
knock
find
on her door.
you hear a crash and a quick scuttle of feet and movement of things, and Ella holds the door open. Hello. Sorry, please don't mind the mess. Can I help you?
Didn't mean to startle you. Are you able to use magic to communicate over long distances?
Yes, I do have a sending spell. Do you need me to send a
Yes.
message to somebody?
Yes. The commander of the lighthouse, we want to warn them that the Sahuagin at the fortress are mobilizing.
All right. I
But
personally
we
have never
want to
met
stop.
the lighthouse keeper.
Mm.
I will need a very accurate description of what they look like. Or if you have something of theirs, then I would be able to send the message.
Don't have anything, no.
You know that Pole could probably make an illusion that looks exactly like them.
Yes. Let's go find Pole. He might be able to help us.
All right. One moment. And you see that she goes back into her room, and she closes a number of books and begins to organize in neat piles the things on her desk. Right. She dusts herself off and steps out with you.
I guess Garen would bring her there as swiftly as possible.
Where would we find Pole?
Well, Pole is busy entertaining the sailors with the magic loot, making illusions of the battle scenes and embellishing on our already impressive battle with everybody. Everything that we fight is going to be bigger, and we're going to hit them harder.
I love that. Can you roll me a performance at advantage?
Sure.
Okay. 15. There are many oohs and ahs, and you can hear Simone sigh in the background, trying to get people to focus on setting sail and manage the ropes, but even she pauses to watch and admire the show that you're putting on. You find that the crew is quite enraptured. In fact, morale will go up 1 point here, as they are all impressed with the leaders of the ship doing such cool things. And as Garen and Ella come up, Ella actually stops to watch, and you can see that she's wide-eyed and impressed. And if Garen, if you try to step forward, she like grabs your arm. She's like, "Wait, just let them finish."
I've literally seen it all, but okay.
It's like, that's not the way I remember it.
Yeah. He might even throw a couple of those out.
Ella goes, "Shh." But as it wraps up, the two of you walk up to Paul.
Cool. I know you've got a good memory and might be able to help us. Ella needs a description of the lighthouse keeper.
"'Tis an descending spell."
Oh, this guy. Let's go. Lighthouse Keeper's theme. That'll be the lighthouse keeper.
We see a burly, stocky person, and Ella says, "Ah, wonderful." And their name? And you would remember it's Major Ursa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Is-
very good.
Yeah, because that's right. We wanted the warning that the Sahagan are mobilizing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She begins to cast a spell, and she says to you, "What exactly do you want me to say in it?" Has to be 25 words or less.
Okay. He literally grunts as he's trying to think. So, Sahagan number greater than 130 are mobilizing beyond guard.
Okay.
Saltmarsh Council will have more orders,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. Very good.
How are you?
How are you? You can fit a few more words in there if you want.
Yeah, Garen's literally scribing. He's like, okay, I think that's good.
Very good. You see that as she begins to cast her spell, she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out this unusually shaped amethyst. It looks like a flower. However, there is something coiled around it, almost like a tentacle. And as she pulls it out, her fingers begin to move almost spider-like over it. And as she does so, the gem begins to glow, and she begins to speak in abyssal. She casts the sending spell, and you see light lifting up from the gem, and it begins to rise up into the sky. And you see it take off in the direction of the lighthouse. Okay. I've sent the spell. Unfortunately, it won't be able to respond.
Well, as long as they're forewarned. I don't want them to be caught off guard by hundreds of angry Sahagan.
Just kidding. I finished reading the spell description. They can answer immediately.
Oh, they can reply.
I was gonna say, but I didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're good. So you see, just kind of like holds up a finger to tell you to wait. She goes, They received your message. They said, yes, they will move quickly as possible.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Anything else that I can help with?
No, but why don't you stay up and get some fresh air?
Okay. She just kind of stands there.
Garen will lead her off to the side so
Okay.
they're out of the way. So
Very
how's
good.
your research going? And we'll just
It's
kind of chat with her.
slow. I am trying to find more information, but my resources are quite limited. I do want to help out Finn as much as I can. The nature of it eludes me. I think that I might have to go to one of the larger cities, some place with a bigger library, or perhaps other experts in curses and things of such nature.
I mean, you do what you need to, but I would be sad to see you leave.
Can you roll me an insight check?
Oh dear. Garen's not as OP with those.
Okay, 16. With a 16, you can tell that she is fidgeting with something in her pocket, and it's the pocket you saw her pull the gem out of and put back into the pocket. Well, we'll see what happens. This is quite a significant thing that's happening here. The Sahagin assault and the danger to Saltmarsh. I do hope that some resolution can be found.
Indeed.
I don't think we have to say goodbye just yet.
Good. Could probably use your help. Even here, even now.
Yes, I do think so. I'm very glad that I was able to help tonight. You can tell that her fidgeting is becoming a little more agitated, a little more frequent. You can't quite see it because it's in the pocket, but you can tell that she's just turning this gem around over and over and over in her hand.
Everything okay?
Yes. Yes. Why do you ask? She's lying.
Well, I don't want to press you, but you seem upset.
Not upset, but, let's just say that I come from a certain order of scholars, and, it's been a while since I checked in.
Did you use that sending spell to check in with them, or?
She laughs nervously. I probably could, yes, but we communicate in other means.
Oh. Is there anything I can do for you, or?
Well, I appreciate you offering. Truly. That is very kind. Right now, no.
Okay.
Perhaps I can tell you more about it when we get to Saltmarsh.
Okay.
And then in the corner of his screen, it says, Ella approves. She says, perhaps I should retire.
Very well.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
And she
Don't stay up all
begins to-
night researching anymore.
I can't promise anything. And she disappears. So by now, you have been sailing for about an hour. You know that it's going to take about 3 more hours to get to the lighthouse. We aren't taking a stop there. We've sent the message to push all the way to Saltmarsh without making a pit stop. You'll probably get there in about 7 hours. So with it being dark, it'll be just before daybreak. And you will be able to get the benefits of a long rest if you go to bed now.
We have the crew for it. Like we have enough crew that'd be awake for that to travel and all that.
Yeah, you have a whole crew. You have a crew of like 15 people.
I thought so, but I was just like, okay, because they might have been up. I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna I think Finn's gonna take advantage. Whether I don't know what else everyone will do, but Finn definitely is gonna take advantage of going back to his room. Yeah, I think we left Bims on the ship, so he probably will go investigate his room to see if he can find Bims, if he's disappeared, if everything is tattered and to shreds, you know.
As you make it to your room.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like this. No. I don't like the start of this sentence. I don't.
I'm just looking at the cards of yours that I need to play.
God. Yeah.
As you make it to your room, you hesitate at the door. You just have a bad feeling. Just for some reason, you slowly open the door and you find that Bims has gone into your backpack and has destroyed something. You lose a mundane item of your choice. Preferably something kind of important, but it doesn't need to be hella important. You get to choose.
Okay.
Whatever it is, Bims has just shredded it, is completely covered in it, has turned it into a nice little nest, something of that sort.
God damn it, Bims.
But Bims looks really happy right now. See this little pseudo dragon just happily chirping around, prancing about, kicking up dust of whatever this item was.
I'm quickly looking. There was a thing I got at one point called a book titled Grog Holes. Groghoves. So I'll just
Grog Halls.
Grog Halls. There we go.
Yeah, that was the best drinking establishments around the rim of the sea or something.
Yeah, we'll just say he destroyed
okay.
that then.
Yeah. You just see like random scraps of paper just strewn about. Bims has made like a perfect hole right in the middle of the book. Kind of like how, you flip open like one of those books with like a hidden compartment.
Yeah.
But in the hidden compartment is Bims.
Oh, poor Butty. I pray that both Tully and Paul never ever want to see this book ever again. I guess he'll kind of go over to Bims, kind of like pet him a little bit, maybe try to wake him a little bit. He does the thing,
like as you try and pet him, like his back arches to meet your hand, very cat-like.
Yeah, very cat-like, yeah. Just to let you know, letting you know, Butty, I'm here. You can stay in your little new book bed, I guess, if you'd like, and Finn will then go to retire for the night.
As you lay down, you can see Bims just kind of collapses backwards, arms and legs splaying out, head just kind of lolling back, and he falls asleep as well.
Aw. Yep. And then Finn will just kind of sort of look at his locket again. Hello, thank you for the raid, everybody.
Hi, raiders, welcome in. Thank you so much.
He'll kind of look in his locket again and say something basically to the effect of, well, I think we're getting closer to what this was. What's going on? Seems to be, I guess, a lot of people coming at us. Another battle where I thought maybe we'd had it, but almost not. They make shocks different nowadays. But, and then he'll like point by his neck. It's like, I got a bit of a cool neck scar. And I know that you kind of like scars a little bit. Anyway, I will say that I love you, and that I hope one day we can make peace with what everything happened with you. and then close the locket, and then tuck in and go to sleep.
Very good. Cole, Garen, Arlen, you have 7 hours to kill. What would you like to do?
Well, Paul
Let's see.
is want to make sure that Shern has everything set up so that he can exist comfortably in me and Tully's space. So maybe he needs a bucket with some rocks and water in it or something. I don't know. I'll ask him what he wants, and but then he wants to just get some sleep. He's exhausted.
Okay, can I get an investigation and a persuasion check from you?
All right.
Okay, that's a 12 investigation and a 26 persuasion. I love it. Okay. You decide to team up with Malaya, the halfling cook. You spend about 15 minutes scrounging around in the mess in the kitchen, trying to find a pot big enough for Shern to be comfortable, and you do. Malaya, the halfling, stands there, her hands on her hips, and she looks down and she says, "Yep, I think this is the one. Now, I don't have any rocks, but you know who has a lot of rocks? Tully. Tully just...
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
I think he owes me a rock at least.
Do you need help getting rocks from Tully?
No, I'll get him.
Okay. And, you know, if you want some, like, greenery and things to throw in there, I do think that Fidelity has a bit of an herb collection. Maybe even some seaweed.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be great. Thanks. I'll talk to her.
Okay.
I'll go knock on Fidelity's cabin door, or if she's in the mess hall, I'll just go see her there.
Yeah, so you can see that Fidelity is on the deck, currently working some of the rigging. And as you come up, you see this human with stormy gray eyes and short hair. They grin and they say, "Hey, Paul, what's up? I really enjoyed your performance earlier."
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, we get up to a lot of adventures. It would be a shame not to tell anyone about it, right?
Absolutely. That's what I like to say. Just stories here and there. You know, we should make this a regular thing. Have you tell us about all
Yeah.
the adventures that the captain and you lot go on.
I'm down. That sounds like fun. Regular thing. Every naked day, maybe. No, we want the captain to be there. So that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. You see Fidelity just kind of lean up against the mast and just ponder deeply. Maybe we could even
But hey-
write a book. Or try to set out a performance in the different taverns that we visit. We could be a traveling group of performers.
I could sort of go for that. That'd be fun. What do you do that? Do you juggle or something?
I could try. They pick up 3 random objects. And they actually do pretty well. You see that they pick up a shoe, they take off your hat, and they pick up...
Oh, buttons will wriggle down out of the hat and get down into
Whoa.
my sweater then.
Nice little friend you've got there. And grabs a dagger and just begins to juggle the 3 items pretty decently.
Yeah, not bad. To get you a cool costume. But yeah, I think we could totally do that. But what I came here for, because I'm super tired and I've got to go to bed, but I've got this new friend, Shern the lobster, and Shern needs certain things to make him comfortable so that they can have a nice rest.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe I could get some seaweed off you. I'm gonna
Oh,
get some seaweed and
yeah.
rocks and water and put them all in a bucket so that Shern will be, comfy for the night.
I've got a few things. I'm actually the head fisher on the ship.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, pulled up quite a few things. All right, come with me. And Fidelity begins to take you below deck, and There is essentially a barracks set up. Most of the crew don't have private quarters. They do have little nooks where they can pull curtains and have their own personal belongings, but they don't have dedicated rooms for themselves. And you are brought to Fidelity's little corner, and there is a distinct smell as you approach. You can definitely smell the seaweed, and you can smell the ocean very potently here. You see that there are a few buckets set up, and there are some fish that are wriggling around in these like very small habitats that she has made. And you can see that there's seaweed, there's a few little clusters of coral, various things that have been gathered. And there are some sea urchins
coral.
as well.
That's nice too.
Yeah, just take whatever you like, please.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hang. You know what? If you can just stay here for a bit and go ask Shern, he'll come up. Well, I'll take a look and he'll see what he likes.
Okay, yeah. I'll just be here.
All right. So I'll do that.
Yeah, you come
And
back
it's-
with Shern. You're holding this lobster, this multicolored lobster, the little beady eyes and just frothing bubbles. And Shern says, yes, this'll do very well. Yes, I want one of each. And Shern is whispering to you.
Okay. He says he wants that and that and that and that.
Mm-hmm,
And I'll gather it up. Can I use that bucket? And then
yeah,
I'll,
of course.
yeah, I'll gather that stuff. Oh, and we'll put some water in there. How much water you do want, Shern? And I'll make it all to Shern's liking.
Yeah.
And
Very
then
good.
I'll head back.
Where do you want to set this up?
Basically by the head of my bed or cot or
Okay,
hammock
so
or
in your
whatever
room.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
I
As
still
you
don't trust Tully with it, so
As you
I'm
take
keeping
a
it
step
close.
back, you look at your creation here, and you definitely have a good spread of vegetation and just things of comfort for your new lobster friend. And Shern now has a comfy, cozy place, and you can see Shern just kind of wobble up this little ramp that you've made on the side, and you just hear like a bloop as Shern falls into this wide cauldron that you've made.
nice. And then he's just gonna sack out, probably face down in his bed, because he's totally tired from today's exertions.
Very good. Garen and Arlen, what would you like to do?
I think Garen would get some playtime in with Barnacus as best he can in the hold before going to bed.
Oh my god, I forgot we have a baby owlbear on this ship.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, give me an animal handling check.
Oh boy. There's another one Garen's not OP about. This is why I wonder why I decided to try to get a pet animal.
That's a
Oh,
nat
no.
one.
Oh, shit.
Yay!
When you go to seek out Barnacus, there is a very upset. Whose day do we want to ruin?
We'd given him his own area so he wouldn't get into trouble.
You see Book, this
Oh.
pale individual with braided black hair shorn on one side. They are posted up near the door where Barnacus is, and they look furious. As you're approaching, they say, "You owe me a pair of boots."
I will ask KayBee to make you a pair of boots. He's quite good. I will make certain that I pay for the materials.
And then Book walks away. The door is closed to this little enclosure.
And he's gonna gently open it.
It's shredded. There's claw marks everywhere. Things have been broken. You see Barnacus sitting in the middle of this room, just ass down, little feet just kind of like, you know, like teddy bear, just sticking up. And they kind of cock their head, the little bird head tilting, looking at you with these disc-like eyes. Roll me a perception check.
second if I can remember how to spell. Yes, or how to read.
25. Okay. Amongst the debris, it's pretty clear to you that there is access to crawl spaces in this room. And there's a clear line between where Barnacus is sitting and where Barnacus has definitely been crawling around inside the innards of this ship, because you know that there are some smuggling areas where some strange monkey creature was living.
I didn't think he was small enough to fit in those.
Oh, he won't be for very long, but right now he can.
You little shit. He literally looks at him. You little shit.
Barnacus goes, ooh.
And he's chuckling. Yeah, all right. I know. I need to give you more attention so you have less energy to cause trouble. And then he'll sit down and play with him for a bit.
Okay.
Like play fetch or...
It's awful. He's all biting, all teeth. You don't take any damage here, but you do take some damage, like
Yeah.
as a squishy person trying to play with a wild animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not quite sure that you tire out Barnacus by the end of it, but you're very tired.
Yeah. He was already tired. He's done.
It's about 30 minutes later, you're panting, you're exhausted. Barnacus is ready for round 2.
No. You gotta chill, buddy. Daddy needs sleep. You need sleep. And then he goes to bed.
Okay. Arlen.
We don't have to have a whole scene of this, but I'll go tell the other people that, hey, we have ambassadors for like your communities at Saltmarsh if you want to hang.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me persuasion at advantage. Can I get 2 of them?
I'd love to roll you persuasion at advantage, 2 of them.
Okay, that's an 11 and a 22. The Locatha Hunter Borges says to you, I don't think I quite have any interest to go all the way to Saltmarsh. We'll probably be leaving sometime soon when we get close to where my colony is set up. I do appreciate the invite, but I don't have any interest in the politics.
Alright, that's fine. Just wanted to let you know the situation in Nova.
Thank you. And he goes to sulk. And your effort with Kith is significantly more fruitful. As you sit them down and talk to them, they say, yes, well, I think I do have quite a bit of information that could be helpful if we do want to move forward with an assault. As we were moving through the fortress, I kept in mind the layout, the numbers, so perhaps I can help supplement your report.
Alright, that would be very helpful, thank you.
If you need my blade, I will fight.
Your blade is always welcome.
Thank you. Okay. And he nods at you and walks off to throw fish overboard at his sea lion, who's just swimming along the ship.
Nice.
Anything else for you?
Bed!
Okay. As you go to bed, this will be a perfect time for us to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Please join us in doing a little stretchy stretch, and we'll be back. Bye. So as the group of you begin to approach Saltmarsh, we hear the sounds of industry all around you. We see the sea lily begin to make dock here and unload. We can see that there are various groups of people moving in different ways. You see that Imloth and Simona both begin to move off with Agni, and They speak to various people about resupply. You can see that Fidelity leads a number of the crew members to the fish market, taking the fish that they've caught with them. And we see the party beginning to move towards the council hall. It is now about right at dawn. You know that the council has probably not convened yet. It's too early in the day. But you do have a moment to yourselves as you are here in downtown Saltmarsh. Do you want to rouse everyone from bed? Do you want to wait a few hours? What's the vibe here?
I think we're okay waiting a few hours. If anything, we could go see Hannah and give her the 411 since we're trying to get her into the council to see if she can tell us anything that's been going on over the past few days that's important, or any insights or anything.
Okay,
good with
yeah.
that.
Absolutely. As the group of you go to the snapping line, you find Hannah there working hard, as she always is. Always up right before the crack of dawn. She gets a table set up for the group of you quite quickly, has some breakfast served for you. She sits down with you. I'm surprised to find you back so soon. Was everything all right? What happened?
Everything was fine. We were going to scout the place, not completely destroy it, so it shouldn't have taken us too long.
True. I admire your speed and efficiency.
Well, we do have a whole ship, so it makes it quite a bit easier. How have things been going here the past few days?
Things have been quiet. People are uneasy. The ambassadors and the council have been getting along quite well. The relief efforts for the people that have been displaced, the refugees, the people of Saltmarsh are taking very good care of them, and I'm making sure of it. I have been focusing my efforts in trying to support and provide auxiliary space and resources wherever I can. It's actually gone over quite well with the council. I'm quite unsure of what will happen when you give your report. What is your report, anyway?
Garen, would you like to share?
The fortress is partially submerged. Appears to have been collapsed by the Sahagin to cause this. There's 3 floors. We managed to scout the bottom 2, totaling over 130 Sahagin.
I see.
Even counting those that we had to fight, Garen kind of spits out. It's still over 130, I have no doubt.
130 strong. This will not be an easy task. Even with the supported ranks that of people that have come to join us, it's quite possible that they might need your help. Would you join Saltmarsh if they wish to put an assault?
As long as they pay.
I've done my soldiering. I'm a scout. I can give them aid in that, but no more.
Anna looks at Finn and Pole.
I'll stand with you, but I won't hurt anyone.
I want to help efforts as best I can, so yeah.
All right. I just wanted to know before going in which way you'd like to go. I'm sure that the council will be pleased with your report. The only thing that I really have to say of interest is that while you were gone, I noticed something unusual. Galen Prime Water has been exporting a lot more than he's been importing the last few days. I don't know where the shipments are going, but something is happening. Something subtle. I don't have the resources or manpower to investigate it.
Does his house produce things normally, or are they just merchants? But never mind.
The Prime Water family, they are the most successful merchants in all of Saltmarsh, of the region. Their pockets go deep. Usually
Where
there's
are
a
they getting?
Usually there's a flow of goods coming in and out, but there's more going out than in. Significant enough that I've noticed.
So where is he getting the extra?
And
I
where's
think
it
if
going?
anything, could it be that he's perhaps just trying to send everything away because he's planning on running?
Why would he
What was-
run?
Cleaning the stores?
He doesn't believe Saltmarsh can hold a reasonable defense.
That's
I was
true.
thinking the same as well. Maybe he is moving stuff. Do we have any reason to believe he's supplying anyone else?
Well, it's hard to say. Prime Water always goes for the best profit, but he is also part of one of the oldest families of Saltmarsh. I think he has a certain buy-in with the success of Saltmarsh.
Well, I mean, one could argue, I suppose, he could be playing both sides. So regardless of if Saltmarsh is, let's just say, is how it is now or taken over by somebody else, if he butters up the people who are trying to take over, maybe he could still stay in power. He could still be a part. He could still be here as a one or something like that.
And
It
it
just
looks
seems-
really thoughtful.
Because why else would I mean? It could be also that he doesn't believe in how things are and could move away and tell tales of how great he was in Saltmarsh to try to build up his equity again somewhere else. But if I knew there was a war impending and I knew one side sort of believes me and I really don't have to do much to convince them that I believe in them, the other one I have to convince that I think that they will be the best new rulers of Saltmarsh. And I had the deep pockets.
Well, but
Interesting.
he is also a traditionalist, so he does have a vested interest in things not changing.
Him being
Yeah.
in power is not changing. He's keeping his power.
Mm,
I mean,
that level of opportunism would have been more welcoming, I think, of what was coming before the Sahagin.
not true. Just a thought, I suppose. I'm not him personally.
Hmm.
Not
Well-
trying to say you're wrong, Finn. Just
No, but I
on a
mean,
point.
you're better at judging characters like that about strong-willed natures, and you get a better vibe of how people are, traditional in their ways than I am sometimes. So
Well, not everyone.
Hannah abruptly gets up as customers file in and she moves over to serve them.
No, I mean, what you're saying has merit. Maybe not for all the things that you think. He might be just trying to cut his losses.
could be. He could be just moving, just trying to get out of here before everything gets bad. Who knows?
Mm.
Who's getting out of here before it's bad? You see Jeff kind of stumble forward, clasping his hands on Garen's shoulder, Finn's shoulder. This
Hi there,
grizzled
buddy.
old man, clearly drunk, and it's not even 11 a.m.
Jeez, you trying to beat a
Okay.
record?
What?
Are you trying to beat your record?
What?
Never mind.
He reaches over and picks up some of the food that's on the table and begins eating it. Who are we talking about? I've got an ear for gossip, and I know that you were gossiping about something.
Gossiping? No, we were just talking about all the ambassadors that are here and the position of the city.
Oh. Jeff helps himself to a seat and sits down. He says, I've been hearing a lot of things on the streets. There are
What have you
mixed
been hearing?
messages. Oh. Some people aren't quite confident about the outcome of the war. There's a bit of doomsaying. There's a bit of helplessness, hopelessness. But,
Oh, man.
Those guys are chumps. We're gonna win, no problem. Just gotta get everyone organized on the right side. Positive attitude, you know?
yeah, I like your moxie. Yeah,
Cole, you're definitely onto something. Morale is important.
Oh yeah. I'm under the impression that all of us together can also destroy whatever comes at us. So
it's a shame that Gellum Primewater hasn't been throwing any of his parties these last few days. I think that would certainly help with the morale.
he hasn't.
Oh, it's been very quiet here the last few days.
Well, we're back in town. We're really having a party right now. Or what time is it? Soon.
Let's wait on the party for just a little bit.
No. I think Paul's onto something. And it might give Hannah some of what she's looking for to fill that gap.
Party.
I agree. A party tonight. Spread the word.
Oh, you know I will. Where at? What time?
Hannah!
One moment, and she begins finishing up helping who had just walked in. She comes on over, wiping her hands on her apron. Yes?
Can we throw a party for the town here tonight?
Party? I think we can. Yes. Yes, we can.
Here, I turn to Jeff.
He takes another grape and just pops it into his mouth. Hannah puts her hands on her hips and just kind of looks inconsolably at Jeff. You know that Jeff has an enormous tab at both establishments.
I thought I paid a lot of money at the other one for him to be able to drink for free there for a while.
Yes, I don't think that would stop his wandering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably burned through it by now.
How much is his tab here, Hannah?
No, please. It's no trouble at all.
I'm just gonna pass her 100 gold.
What? That's so much money.
What the fuck?
I cannot accept this. Jeff is just like, oh my god. And just eats another grape. Just looking at the two of you.
This is nothing to me, Hannah. Consider the thanks for all your help, both past and future.
I don't know what to say. You can see that Hannah's beginning to well up. She's trying to stay composed as she normally is. She sniffles a little. Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Nothing is
Cheers!
needed.
You see Jeff and just take a swig of one of your drinks. All right. Yes. A party here tonight. Consider it done. Anything special that you'd like to request?
I have one thing. We've got a guest, party guest, who happens to be a lobster. And I know people get confused and they keep wanting to eat him, but he's not to be at. Maybe we'll make a little jacket for him or something so everyone knows.
A
But
lobster.
he's right, and he likes taverns, so we want to show him that our taverns here are as friendly as whatever taverns he's been at before.
All right. I will do my best. And you said you're giving this lobster a jacket?
I'm gonna try and get a jacket for him or something like that. I'll let you know.
I will need
when
to
we
be
get
able
here.
to clearly identify this lobster.
Yeah, definitely. We'll make sure that happens.
Okay.
I think I'll talk to KayBee and see if he can make a little jacket or something.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. Garen needs to order a set of pair of boots for book from KayBee as well.
When
Hey, he's
GeekDice
gonna be
gets
busy.
back, hey, bestie.
Right?
So we need a whole wardrobe real quick,
Yep.
but not the same. Everyone's got to have their outfits a little different.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and get started on preparations for that. Please replenish yourselves. Enjoy breakfast. I am quite sure it'll be a spectacle to behold when we finally hold council.
I agree.
Okay.
Jeff, go spread the word.
He reaches over, takes a fistful of grapes, grabs a hunk of cheese, and he just begins to waddle out. And you can see him like throw up his arms into the street. Party for everyone tonight at the Snapping Line. Be there, free drinks. He takes a grape, chews on it, and then begins to walk down the street. Is there anything that anybody wants to do before you approach the council?
We got a few hours, right?
Yes, we'll say that you have like 3 hours. 2 hours, 3 hours. Not a lot of time.
Would I have enough to go to a shop and sell something?
Depends on what it is.
I want to get rid of the hammer.
You want to get rid of the hammer. Okay.
Aw.
I don't feel that one comment about religious appropriation really got me sour on the hammer. I don't want.
Oh.
That's fine. You go to... Hold on, let's pull up the map here. It's been a while since we've pulled up the map.
Been a while.
Well, yeah.
Alright.
There's a place that's perfect for selling stuff.
Nice.
It's like down here.
Faithful quartermasters of IUs.
Yes. As you approach the faithful quartermasters of IUs, you see that the line hasn't quite begun to build yet, and you are the first people to approach. Where is the thing? As you come up, you see Captain Zendros. I thought they had art. No, they don't. Okay. You see Captain Zendros. This individual who I think is a red tiefling? Where's this information? I can't remember. They're a red tiefling now. Zendros. Yes, she is holding a clipboard and she is currently inventorying various things. You walk up. Hello, welcome. What can I do for you today?
Hello. I wanted to sell this this warhammer that I have here. Went on a bit of a trip and ended up finding this. I was looking to see if I could either sell it or maybe trade it for a different style of warhammer, something of that nature.
I am fresh out of Warhammers. You might be able to find something at the blacksmith in town, but I can
Okay.
take this off your hands for you.
I mean, that's fair enough. Yes.
This is a very remarkable design. I see the shark overlay here. This is indicative of Sekolah,
Yes. It's yes.
a
we
water
ran-
deity.
Yes, we ran into some I don't know if bad people is the right word, but very passionate people for this, and I happen to have to defend myself with it, and I feel really bad, so I want to sell it.
All right. I'll take it off your hands for 10 gold.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, sure. With a 7, it's a very unique thing. And it's not exactly in pristine condition.
No.
And 10 gold is still a lot of money. Y'all are
10
just
gold is
filthy
a-
rich.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how much, that's fine.
Yeah, you can't get a beat on her. Not with a 7 insight.
That's fine. I want to get it off my hands. I trust that you're giving me the fair amount for it. I'll take it for 10 gold, or I'll give it to you for 10 gold, rather.
All right, here you are. And you make the exchange. Anything else I can do for you today?
He kind of looks around. What appears to be for sale, I guess. So I asked him, what do you guys have for sale then, since you guys don't have any wool hammers?
Let's see here. We have quite a few items. There was a list. A list. Roll me a D100.
Ooh, I can do that. 21.
21. Okay. You can see that there are a number of trinkets and interesting things laying about, but the most standy outy thing that you see here is a sword.
Ooh.
This sword is a great sword, so it takes 2 hands to use. You see that it appears to look like it's made out of a broken mirror. It has a pommel that twists upon itself, almost like braided metal that comes up like a spine on either side. It is silver in blade, and the pommel is this black leather.
So, just so I have the description right in my head, is it like 2 pieces of the swords like this? Like, is it like 2, like...
That's
I guess
just like
glass
the
pieces?
sword guard. The
Oh.
yeah, the entire thing looks like it's made out of kind of like broken glass, but it's got a silvery tint to it.
Ooh.
It looks edgy as fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm... How much for this sword that you're describing?
2,000 gold.
2,000 gold it is. Alright, well, I'll have to keep my eye out for it. For a little bit. That's definitely interesting. Something I definitely would want to try.
Roll me a willpower save. Wisdom save.
Oh, okay. Oh, where am I? Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. That's why. There.
Okay, with a 7, you hear whispering. Coming from the sword.
Has anyone ever told you that there's whispering from that they can hear whispering from the sword?
What? No. Are you gonna buy the sword or not?
Well, above the table. I actually don't have the money for it, so I will decline for now.
Do you want me to put it on
But-
hold for you while you get your finances in order?
Yes,
All
please
right.
do.
Can I get your name?
Finn Carson.
Very good. Scribble, scribble, scribble. I'll put it on hold for you for 3 days.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. And he will walk out of the store.
Okay. Great. That takes like an hour or something, so it gets close to time where you have to reconvene.
Did we all agree that we would split off and then, like, just meet up at the thing?
That's up to y'all.
That's why I'm asking
Well,
the
Yeah.
general
Fine
population.
I'd
by
say
me.
Yeah.
Alright, then I guess Finn will just, Finn will probably just hang out there, considering he thought it might have taken more time. But he'll just meet up in the meetup spot just so that he's there.
Okay. The group of you gather at the Saltmarsh Council. You can see seated before you are the various council members. We have Galen Primewater, Ida Oland. We have Copper. God, it's been a while. I thought I could just like spew it off and it'll just come out. But hold on, I have to pull up the list. God damn it.
Alright. That's alright.
Yes.
Anders Solmore is there, the young, excitable man who's in charge of the Solmore Trading Company. Manistrad Copperlocks, the leader of the Mining Guild, and Eleander Fireborn, the captain of the city guard, is there as well. The group of them behold you. Ida Olin stands up. What do you have to report to us? Have you completed your mission?
We have, eh? Garen, would you like to share?
The fortress is 3 levels. The ground underneath is partially collapsed, bringing a portion of it underwater. We believe it was done by the Sahagan deliberately. We managed to explore the bottom 2 levels. There is approximately 130 amongst those 2 levels, even after the few that we had to kill.
Let's see. She begins to ask for more details, and it's up to the group here. Is there anything that you want to hold back?
No, Pole is going to, at this point, bring out the loot and start supplying the details in vivid Technicolor.
Okay. Are you embellishing
But it's gonna make
anything?
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Mostly we're gonna embellish how easily we dispatch them, so that we look like, you guys can be confident because we made all the right decisions and everything went great because we're awesome. He's going to take the same basic ideas. He's not going to exaggerate the power of our enemies in this case, but mainly he's just going to smooth over any rough spots where it looked like we didn't know what we were doing.
Okay.
And kind of just, this is just the start of something magnificent that we're going to succeed at, is what he wants to get across.
Okay. So this was a reconnaissance stealth mission, and y'all got into a few fights. How do you want to communicate that? Especially the last fight you were in.
Yeah, the one that our leader provoked.
Didn't they just attack us?
No,
I think
They
no. I think what happened was stealth fail.
Mm-hmm.
There was some
Yeah,
stealth failure.
stealth failed
thought-
and then they just attacked. I didn't
Yeah.
provoke anything.
No, there wasn't a
I
provoke.
thought you stepped up. I thought you deliberately stepped into the doorway, but
After we were spotted, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's what I remember.
okay.
But the important thing is there was some kind of alarm that was put out, and Ida Olin does eventually say, so was the stealth and infiltration successful? How do you want to play around with the details of that?
It's gonna be successful. There were people who were alerted, but we dispatched them, so everything's cool.
Okay.
That's where I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need
We were
a deception check from you. You can do this
I'm
at
gonna use
advantage.
my natural 20 is used on this.
Let's go.
Okay, I love it. Okay. All right. I'm
All
gonna
the
roll
ego.
5d20s.
Thanks, Schroeder.
I'm gonna roll 5d20s. If any of them roll a nat 20, they're gonna see through this. Okay.
Cool, because
They're
I get a 29 with a nat 20 on deception.
That was
Very
close,
good.
though.
That was close. We got a 19, but that's still a failure. Okay. The council is in awe. They are speechless. Even Galen Primewater has sat up from his usual recline of his seat, wine swirling in his hand. He's impressed. They're all leaning forward. They're devouring the details. Their eyes are wide with wonder. Well, then, Ida Oland straightens back up. I suppose that concludes our request of you. It is only fitting that you are rewarded appropriately. The council hereby approves of the citizenship of all of your crew. If you wish to reside here in Saltmarsh, you will be embraced under the banner of our king as one of our people. A house has been set aside for you, rent-free, to use whenever you wish, to utilize however you please. You will also be granted 1,000 gold from the Saltmarsh Council coffers as a token of our thank you and of your flawless execution of the mission.
Quick question. Was that 1,000 total or 1,000 apiece?
1,000 total, unfortunately.
Okay. That was out of character.
200
Okay.
for each of us.
Yeah. Okay, Max.
Now that begs the question, what happens next? Eleander Fireborn stands up. He has a few maps in his hands. He begins to unfurl them on the table. Now, Saltmarsh prepares to go to war. And that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Hype, hype,
Nice,
hype.
nice, 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 nice.
Nice. Y'all got a house
stuff.
now.
Heck
Yeah.
let's
Two,
go.
technically, because we
Let's go.
took over the hideout of the bandits at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but that's not in Saltmarsh, right? That's like out in the
So,
yeah, and it's all
But that's our
broken
country
up
home.
and stuff.
This is our-
It
this is
needs
our
a
household.
lot of like
It needs a lot
house
of care.
flipping. Yeah, it is broken up. This is not the song I wanted.
Tully is now a citizen of a country.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
He
look
He
at
probably
this.
doesn't know what to do.
All the rights he's
Oh.
gonna have. Wow.
Well, thank you so much, my cast, everyone that was here to watch, everyone that will watch on our YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you've been enjoying it so far. We're going to go around real quick and tell you who we are, where you can find us, and what our favorite part was. And we'll start the other way around and start with Zombie this time.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z. One of those names that call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, so that's with your own discretion. Today I played Finn Curson. Probably my favorite. Oh boy, favorite moment of today. I would probably have to say would be the flawless performance I guess Pool did. Sort of convince all of the council to like kind of believe in us. I really liked that whole shebang. Yeah. And this just as always when it's been a while, I've enjoyed everybody's company once again. I like playing with you guys. This is still the first really long camp. Like I do the other show as well on Wednesday as well, Ryan the Frost Maiden. Please come watch us next Wednesday. But this is my first real big long campaign, and I always enjoy this crew, so it makes me happy. You can find me on Twitter, on Blue Sky, all of the fun jazz, any place that has a social network at ZombieFighter89. Specifically on Twitter, if you go there, there's a pinned tweet there where is my business card made by the lovely Lady May. I do video clipping, or I do video editing, audio editing, and Twitch clipping. If that's anything you're interested in, anybody else you know would be interested in, please give them contact with me. I'm available to be hired. As well as, I don't have the link right in front of me, but Dungeon Name does amazing shirts. Go buy shirts. I'm gonna get the link here in just a second, but go buy the shirts, all that stuff. Yay!
Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to John.
Hello, everyone, and good night. I hope you enjoyed the show today. It was very fun for me. It's good to be back with this crew. We haven't played a lot in the last several months, so it's been great to be back and with all these smiling faces, and I can't wait until KayBee is back with us next time. He's got a lot of craftsmanship to do. My favorite part from today, obviously I got kind of obsessed with the lobster, so that was my favorite part, was just going all lobster happy and making sure the lobster got introduced to everybody's lives. So yeah, I'll just go with that. That was fun.
I love that you have like a menagerie of creatures. God.
I know. It's so
You've got
many at this point.
Buttons, you've got Penny, you've got Shern, kind of Tully too, like, you know.
Poles are Disney princess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
even had a little aside with the sea lion today, so
Yeah.
it was all interacting with the animals.
I love it. So good.
Fun.
Thank you very much. We'll pop on. Oh, and you can check out Endy's links there in the chat. Endy makes games and also runs games as well. Check this out. We'll pop on over to Godfather.
Hey, I'm GodfatherWraith V_ESG. I don't really have a social media presence, but you can usually find me here in Stella's chat or other members of the community that stream, as well as in our Discord. So, I'm gonna have to agree with Finn that the council meeting was fun. I liked that, but it was mostly because, you know, we just did a lot of our own ego in there. We did not give them an honest report at all. We failed.
Well, you
We
gave them
didn't
an
get the
honest
third level.
report of head count.
What we had. We gave them what we had, but we didn't get to the third floor. We didn't have all the information. So, and Garen did it by just not identifying it. Well, Pole straight up said, "Oh yeah, we were amazing and we succeeded." And
Yeah.
so yeah, I love that the egos were in there. That was honestly really fun to me.
Excellent. And then we'll pop on over to Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma. Also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I'm also writing a TTRPG called All the Witches. You can find information about that at allthewitches_ on Twitter. And on Blue Sky. Blue Sky is largely where we're doing stuff now. So go follow us over there. My favorite part tonight, I want to give a special shout out to Garen sounding the retreat alarm, of telling us we should run away. That was smart. I think in D&D you get stuck in those like, oh, we can like win any fight, and so like surrendering is like not something you consider very often. But I think that was a good call, or not surrendering but retreating. Advancing towards future victory, as some might say.
There we go.
And then I also really liked, I don't remember the specific circumstance, and I was trying to remember it throughout the whole session, but pretty early on, like, Paul saying something as like a joke or something, and I really loved it, and it was great. And I don't remember it anymore, but it was great, and I loved it.
Still
was
counts.
the Lighthouse Guy's theme song? Was that it?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I was gonna say something really important. What was I gonna say?
What your
Oh.
favorite part of the session was?
My favorite part. I'm just happy that we're all here. Y'all were really clever with a lot of the things that happened today. I'm really glad that you ran, because you have 130 Sahagin in the fortress. You know, it's only a matter of time before they catch on to, like, oh, that's a body.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
very good. I enjoyed all of the little moments that we had with the various NPCs. My favorite part is, like, when we get to develop those relationships with the NPCs, and it helps make it feel like a real world. What I wanted to say was, y'all level up. So everyone
Oh.
gets an additional
Yay!
level.
Whoa!
Yay!
Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, ba.
Do-do-do.
We'll have to make sure we tell KayBee so KayBee can catch up with
Yeah.
us. And the other thing that I was going to say was that we are going to get an overlay update. So next time you see Secrets of Saltmarsh, we are going to update and have a new and improved overlay. We've used this overlay for like 2 years now.
Years.
Yeah.
About that, yeah.
It is, yeah, it's very
Been a-
very
been a long
aged.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like the web captioner, we
pretty.
stopped using it, unfortunately, because it just doesn't work anymore. Not the way that it used to. So we're going to be updating our captioning as well, the technology that we're using. So it'll be a lot more accessible, and also it'll just be a nicer overlay for everybody. Nice and shiny. But that
Yay.
is going to be it for us. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to the channel and you liked what you saw, please consider giving us a follow. There's a free way that you can support the channel, and you'll get notifications for when we go live. We will be back not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that for more Secrets of Saltmarsh at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for being here, and have a good night. Bye-bye!
Good night.